In today's show, I'm going to show you how I made this really beautiful blingy glass vase that sparkles, it's mirrored mosaic, and it has a really unique design. Plus, I made this big, beautiful, tall designer vase for just $12 using inexpensive items that I got from today's sponsor, Temu. Temu is an online shopping store where you can get anything from clothing, electronics, home and kitchen items, to jewelry, appliances, and arts and crafts. It's like Amazon, but you can get hundreds of items for under $5. It's like the Dollar Tree of Amazon. Plus, it has free shipping. So I saw this big, beautiful 20-inch mosaic vase online, and I wanted to create something like that. But I also love the elegant look and shape of this vase. So I decided I'd try to create a mosaic vase that was shaped like this. And of course, make it for under $100. This one is a beautiful glass silver vase. So I'm going to start with glass pieces. I had a few old glass vases at home, but I stopped at Goodwill to see if I could find the shape that I was looking for. And the vases here were just $2 each. So I decided to buy two different vases, and I thought I could put them together to make a really tall vase and to get something close to the shape that I liked. So I'm turning both these pieces upside down, and I'm going to use some Gorilla Clear Grip glue and put some on the bottom piece and then attach that to the top piece. I want to make sure it's completely centered, so I'm going to rotate it so that it's even all the way around. And after letting that dry for a couple of hours, the two pieces are now completely bonded together. I'm going to turn it right side up, and now I can decorate it. To help create my mirrored mosaic design, from Temu I found these mirrored mosaic decorative wall stickers, and I thought it'd be great to have different size mosaic pieces, and this set was only $4.18. And just to compare, from Amazon, something similar will cost about $10. So I'm saving half the price by using Temu. So I am going to break this in half. Breaking it gives me a cleaner cut. And then I'll just cut it along those folds to break it in half. So I'm going to do a design that comes from the bottom of the neck and look like wings or leaves and goes upward. But before I attach this to the glass, I want this to look like a mosaic piece. So I'm going to break this up. So the first thing I'm going to do is take off this protective film. And I'm putting on gloves because I'm breaking these up and the pieces will be a little sharp. This is not glass. I think it's a plexiglass, but it's still kind of sharp. Also, I don't want to smudge the mirror too much. So what I'm going to start doing is breaking the pieces. I'm just going to bend it back and forth to create these cracks, and I am just slowly going up and down the piece and going back and forth, just breaking it. The backing has adhesive covering on the back so it keeps it together, but I want the pieces to be broken up pretty small like this, so that it will fold easily around the glass without having sharp edges sticking up. And after I go through the whole piece, I'm going to go back and try to break some more irregular pieces so that it doesn't look the same. There's some smaller broken pieces in between. And I'll do the same for the other half to attach to the other side. Now the back of this has a really sticky back, and I'm going to gently pull up the covering just a little bit and place this onto my glass where I want to attach it. I'm going to place it right at the bottom, right above the thick part where the line starts. And then I'm going to gently pull up the backing as I press the mirror mosaic down on the glass. I'm going to do that a little at a time and really press it down to make sure it is flat and that it sticks. You want to make sure there's no edges sticking up. Now I'm putting the other half on the other side, but this will overlap a little bit. And I don't want the pieces to overlap, so I'm going to break it right here where it meets the other part of the design in the front. And then later I'll try to fill that in closer with some extra pieces I might have. I'm also going to use the extra part of these to extend the curve up to the top of the glass. Okay, so now that I have the top big pieces of my design down, I'm going to use some smaller mosaic pieces for this design. And for that, I'm using a strip of little mirror mosaic pieces. And I'm going to put these down by cutting one strip at a time. That way it'll be easy to place these around in curves. Now on Amazon, this roll would have cost me $6.69, but I got this from Temu and it only cost $1.88, just 1/3 of the cost. So these mosaic tiles also have that sticky backing. And I'm going to butt this right up against the larger design and just push it close as I curve around. And again, I'm just pulling the paper back a little at a time. And I'm going to alternate and just lay these down on the border of the bigger pieces. And I'm doing a couple of rows of this just on the outside of the design. And I'm loving the way these small pieces are curving around. So I added a couple of rows of the small tile on the bottom and the top of the design. And now I think I want to add some more bigger pieces in the big spaces at the top. So I'm going to cut some more of the design pieces and I'll mark it here where it overlaps and try to break it in those areas. And I crack this piece up and I'm going to gently lay that down from the center. And I did the same on the other side. I also added some small tiles on the outside of the top of these designs too. So now I'm going to start working on the bottom part of this vase. And I want to extend that same design from the top going down to the bottom. So I'm going to put some larger design strips down here at the bottom, starting from underneath the thick part of that glass vase. So I'm just doing a freestyle design and I am just going and curving the smaller pieces around the face and just kind of ending it right where it starts to curve in. And just like on the top part of this vase, I'm leaving some curved inner pieces to expose the glass. And after laying the big and small pieces and curves, this is the cool design I came up with for the bottom. And I just love the way this is turning out. You can pretty much do any design and it's still going to look good. So for this thick part, I think I'm just going to break up some more pieces of the larger wall sticker and put it around to cover up the thick part of the glass. So now this is what I have. My vase is almost done. It's sparkly, a total designer look. and I love the look of this. Now let's finish this off. I want to put something around the rim and around the bottom. So from Temu, I also got this beautiful diamond strip, this diamond ribbon that I think I'm going to use at the top and the bottom. And from Temu, I got this piece for only $1.98. So I cut this piece down the middle so it's not as thick, but I will have twice as much to work with. And I'm going to put this right over the mosaic to cover up the imperfections in the edges, and just stick that right around the rim. Now looking at this, I'm not too crazy about that strong gold with the silver, so I'm adding some extra pieces in between just to carry that gold throughout this piece. And I'm just going to kind of weave it in between the design, something like that. And you know what? I think I want this to be mostly all silver. I think it's starting to look too busy. So I decided to take those gold pieces off the front, and I'm going to put a silver border around the top. It's not as pretty. I should have gotten that piece that I had before in silver, but I added that silver strip at the top and 2 rows at the bottom, and this just feels so much better to me. But I still love that piece, so I think I'm gonna put that gold piece in the inside of the rim, because I do need to cover up the back of the pieces that are showing inside the vase. So I just put 1 strip of that gold right at the bottom where it curves down, so it's really subtle, and the strip right in the inside of the rim. And it's just the right amount of sparkle and color to finish this piece off. Now this is another strip that I got from Temu. I'm not going to add this because this will be too much, but I do want the thin layer, this 1 strip of gold beads on the end of this. So I'm just going to cut a strip of the gold beads and just put a little touch of gold on the front by adding just a little border underneath that silver rim. I'm also putting a line right at the bottom, and with that I think we are done. I got really close to the same shape and look of that vase that I like, the silver vase with the sparkly mosaic feel of the mosaic vase. A nice large size, almost 20 inches, and this one cost close to $12 to make, so I'm very happy. So thanks to Temu, this was really inexpensive to make. It was really easy. I didn't have to use any grout, and it really does look like a beautiful $100 mosaic designer vase. And the design shows even better with my beautiful long stem roses. So check out Temu, click the link below and see tons of craft pieces and many other items for under $5 each. Let your imagination go wild and show me what you come up with. So until then, I'll see you in the next video. Want more detailed instructions on some of these projects? On my Etsy store, for just a few dollars, you can get instant digital downloads of full-color step-by-step instructions with templates for some of your favorite projects. And check out my Amazon page, where you can pick up my multi-surface acrylic metallic paint, back in stock with 8 beautiful shimmering colors. You can mix millions of colors and create endless home beauty for indoor and outdoor projects. And while you're there, pick up my Book of Elegant Home Crafts Volume 1 with all your favorite projects together in one big beautiful colored step-by-step instruction book. You can now get separate e-project booklets, and also full color printed project booklets will be available on Amazon. On my Amazon page, you'll see all my favorite crafting tools and supplies used on this show, and you can add them all to your cart for the one-click, fast and easy shopping and delivery convenience of Amazon. I'll be working every day to make crafting fun and easy for you. Follow me at Your House of Home and Your House of Home TV on all social media for extra home, food, and gardening tips.